games are coming thick and fast in this December period. And of course, tonight is another very, very big example of that, especially after we had a very tough round of fixtures over the weekend in the EPL and elsewhere, of course. And welcome to the team show. I'm Tonny and team show. I'm Tonny.
I am Tim.
Very big, interesting games at the weekend. Of course, we saw those results and how the table now shapes up. Yeah. We had our big game of the weekend, and that was Manchester City traveling to Manchester United, coming away with a big, big victory, taking them 11 points over Manchester United in second. Very big gap at this stage of the season.
It's a big gap, Tony, and yeah, mathematically it's not yet over. But I think even Mourinho is starting to consider that this should be it, because if you, the nearest, the closest rival at home,
cannot get a
result against Man City, then for me I think this should be it, Tony.
Of course, it's a big 14 games in a row, of course, that Manchester City have won home or away in the league already this season, equaling Arsenal's record from way back. But that was across the seasons for Arsenal. And this showing how good this Manchester City side is and how are we going to stop it. Especially that Manchester United in that game conceded 2 goals from set pieces. A thing that was expected maybe at the other end of the
and I think Mourinho must be very furious with the 2 goals conceded, because this was the weakness of Man City. Instead, found out with their strength. United were failing to defend these set pieces, and City got the 2 goals. To me now, I ask myself, what does Mourinho tell the team? What do you do now, Tonny? Because it looks to be done and dusted, but you still have to motivate these boys. You have to make them go out there and play and just hope for a slip up, which I would say from this point now is not possible for Man City to do.
Of course, especially that City came into that game without having dropped any points from a leading position, which they did also in this game. They managed to hang on after Rashford had got that equalizer at the death in the first half. But this City side looking very, very characteristically stronger than the rest of the sides in the league.
Yeah, and that's the word to use, Tony. They have the character in there. Because I thought they were going to get scared when they looked
after they got that draw.
After they
got the equalizer.
Yeah, or even when Mourinho put out the team sheet, you saw the Mourinho went attacking. He played Rashford and Martial, or both at the same time, and you realize that okay, Lingard, Lukaku, you think okay, I need to go and defend this boy. But Pep plays his system. He doesn't play to the opponent's game. He plays his own game. And after a few minutes, we began thinking, I saw United dropping back. So well done, Pep, and he should be going for the title this season.
Of course, this is the title for him to lose. We've mentioned it already. The way they've been playing, of course, they've been playing to their best in this game, but it shows their strength for them to be able to pan out results in games like this against big opposition and when they're not playing as well as they would expect. But on Manchester United's side, still having Lukaku failing to play as we expect in the big game. No goals for him against top 6.
And I think it took me time to accept that Lukaku might not be a big game player, but you cannot play about 4 or 5 games and you have no impact. I'm not talking about scoring. If Lukaku can make assists 2 or 3, unfortunately, he was at the heart of 2 balls.
Of course, in this one, he assisted 2%.
Exactly. So, I don't know what is it about Lukaku, and yet you don't think Ibrahimovic can replace him, especially because he has space. But I think in the lower games, Mourinho might say, let me rest Lukaku and maybe we'll activate his engine. But right now, Lukaku is off, Tony.
Of course, another person that Manchester United missed in that game was Pogba. We talked about his play and how he brings everyone into the game, and they play very brilliantly when he's there. That was one first game for him that he was missing. Of course, he has 2 more left. He's a player that they definitely miss in the big games. But of course, there was a very big shout for Manchester United in that second half. And Herrera going down in the penalty box.
Yes, and Mourinho actually says that he was fouled on him. But I think if he watches over and over again, you realize Herrera was
expected the touch.
But again, he didn't deserve a yellow card to me. But I think he should have blown a foul. It's a hard decision for Oliver to blow a foul and not give a yellow card. So as per the rules, if you've seen it, sir, it's trying to con the referee, then you give a card. But I thought it's a foul, but not a card for, again, Herrera.
But for some of these dives and where I feel bad for the player, I feel that if I go down, whether there's contact or not, and I don't claim the penalty, then you shouldn't give me a yellow card. So
the position of Herrera.
So I think that's why Herrera was contesting that yellow card, not really that he deserved the penalty. But of course, Mourinho going off thinking that that was a penalty and thinking that City are getting lucky. Of course, champions deserve luck. They have luck. They need the luck. As we've mentioned about it already, that City this season look like the team that we've expected, the champions that get all the luck. And of course, coming up next in tonight, in this week's run of fixtures, Manchester United host Bournemouth at home, a game that they should be looking to bounce back from. And of course, Swansea host City.
I think City will go for 15. If they have 14 wins, that will be 15 for them. But United have to find a way to start winning, Tony. You would expect the atmosphere to be dull after losing a derby, but I think both teams, both Manchester sides will be able to win, and the 11-point gap doesn't look to change anytime soon.
Of course, City traveling to Swansea with a chance to make it 15 wins in a row, of course, which will be a new championship record for them. They are looking certainly like he'll be able to match that record, to get that record.
He's going to match it on. He's not going to break records or just extend them. He's going to break his own record going on, especially for the wins. And I don't see him unstoppable until maybe he visits one of the big sides again, because his next big game is hosting, I think, a Tottenham side, which at home, Man City is a different animal.
Of course, that will be tonight, and of course, in the other games that we had on Saturday and Sunday, we had big games there. Southampton starting the day hosting Arsenal, which ended in a 1-0 draw.
Yes, Tony, and I predicted a 1-1 in that fixture, but I expected Southampton to take the lead, but I also did think that if they do not protect this lead by getting a cushion goal, they're going to drop it. And yes, when they got to the 80th minute, I would only see one team going to get the next goal, which was Arsenal. Thanks to Olivier Giroud, and that point, Tony, it might not be 3 to Arsenal, but it was a good point for me at St. Mary's for Arsenal to have the score.
Of course, a player, Giroud, is one of those players that have been having very good run off the bench, currently having 17 goals off the bench, a record only beaten by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, formerly of Manchester United. But of course, Arsenal in that game conceding so many chances to Southampton. Southampton could have even made it a bigger margin.
Yes, they should have gone 2-3 goals up. I saw a lot of wasted chances there, but it came to hurt them, and they felt like they had dropped points. Yet, Arsenal also should have. Arsenal is fighting to gain the top 4. These are games to try to win. Though for me, a point was okay for Arsenal.
Of course, another big game immediately after that one was Liverpool hosting Everton at the Anfield. A big game in that one, and so many eyes were turned on Jurgen Klopp with the team selection that he put out in that one. Coutinho and Firmino left on the bench.
I don't know what Klopp has said to justify this. He had mentioned in his pre-week report that his players are happy with the rotation. No worries, but you cannot rotate in your biggest game of the season. This derby is big for Everton and Liverpool. So Coutinho is a player you can't replace. I saw Chamberlain starting. I saw Solanke starting. And I was like, is this a derby? What is Klopp thinking, Tony? But to me, I thought maybe Klopp underestimated. Everton was from poor run. So he thought he was going to run through them, but he lost it.
Of course, like we always say, don't change a winning team.
You don't change.
The team has been scoring for fun of late.
Yeah.
Why bench these 2 players?
Yeah.
He has done it before with Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
So many times he has gotten away with it. Yeah. But in a big game like this one, we don't expect to have such. These are mistakes that a top coach shouldn't be making.
No.
And of course, the whole team should now be looking at him and looking at the team sheet that he'll be putting out for this midweek run of fixtures. But of course, Liverpool conceding a very late penalty in the last 15 minutes with a push by Lovren on Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, it was a penalty, Tony. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin is not going to goal. I would think a defender like Lovren should know he's not supposed to touch a striker. The day was.
It was raining.
It was raining. There was snow, and these players were falling all the time. We saw it with the man, I think, in the first minutes. So the moment you touch this guy, he's felt the touch and he's going to roll down. It might not look that bad, but don't give him a chance to fall. So I thought Lovren made the mistake and should have been penalized with that penalty.
Of course, we saw Klopp coming out very furious at the end of that game, saying that should never have been a penalty. But of course, Liverpool in that game were guilty of missing very, very many big chances. It was a game that they missed out points on. Of course, in that match for top four spot as well, they find themselves in fourth still. But of course, in the run of fixtures this week, they take on tomorrow night. They take on a West Brom side that's lacking very dangerously above the relegation zone.
Alan Paddy thought you had kicked on, but I don't think he is going to.
This is an easy fixture.
This is an easy fixture. He lost the last fixture to Swansea City, so going to Anfield, Liverpool should be able to win. But just like you said, Tonny, we have to wait for the team sheet. We can know if Liverpool is winning or not. Of
course, we'll be waiting for that team sheet. Sadio Mane, of course, and all the players are available for selection. We'll wait and see. Of course, like we said in December, there needs to be some type of rotation. You don't put Coutinho out with that run that he's been having. Not against Everton. And with the run that he had, especially that he's just picking up form from an injury layoff. It was one of those things that I never thought Klopp would do. But also another very big game coming up is West Ham taking on Arsenal at the London Stadium still.
That's a big game, and Tony, this West Ham team will be now buoyed by that performance against Chelsea.
The last two performances, even if they lost to City, a 2-1 loss at the Etihad is a very good performance. Respectable.
Respectable. And then you come and get 3 points thanks to Anatovic, who managed to get the only goal that day. So they'll be looking at Arsenal, who have dropped points at St. Mary's, and they're like, can we do the same? Can we go maybe the first 10 minutes and
hunt for
goal? And it's a game again. I see Arsenal might drop points, but when can they stop the boys? Every day Arsenal is better, but it's a fixture to be watched.
Of course, we already discussed that Arsenal performance at the weekend against Southampton, looking totally different from the Arsenal that played against Manchester United a week before. So Arsenal really needs to pick up their performances in this one, especially that they've had a non-characteristic start to December. It almost now looks, if they lose points in this one, it will start looking like a black December like we always
that's why they have to win the next game.
So this is a must-win fixture. They travel to London Stadium tomorrow night, of course. And on Saturday we had, like we mentioned before, West Ham beating Chelsea 1-0 at the London Stadium. Of course, Moyes should be happy with that run of results, especially that it looked like it was going to be a bleak time for him with you going to City and then traveling to Chelsea and then Arsenal next. Does look like 9 points drop, but suddenly come out with a very rejuvenated side and 3 points already.
And the immediate 23 out of 9 still, it will be thanks to Moyes, because this run of form, even the hierarchy could have said, yes, we brought you in, this is the run of games next, but
we don't expect anything from here, but we expect it to bounce back.
Now that it's getting something, it will be looking at finding something. But this Chelsea team also, Tony, I was watching this game, and Chelsea didn't look that so penetrating. They had chances after falling behind, but I feel to see Chelsea clinical. They were not. It was not a day for them. And they will go away again to Huddersfield, who have won the last game 2-0. So they could be saying, could this be our run again? They have already killed one giant in Man United in that field, and they could be looking ahead to surprise Chelsea.
Of course, it was interesting for Chelsea, and we mentioned about it in the build-up to that game, because the way Chelsea set up now, they want to use two forwards, and missing out on the 3 that they were using last season, with of course Costa playing with Hazard and Pedro. So they've changed a bit. It looks like a bit more conservative, old-fashioned. So maybe Conte should be looking at that one. And of course, on Saturday also we had a 5-1 thrashing of Stoke by Spurs.
It should have been 8. It should have been 8 or 9. Even Pochettino said that. So I don't know. Tottenham on a good day, they are so clinical, classical. It's a game to watch. But also, I ask myself, this Stoke City, they come up with performances and they go to sleep. I thought they were sleeping on this day.
And
they were outrun, they were outplayed, they were all over the place, Tony. But Son came, of course there's an own goal, but also Eriksen scoring. this Tottenham team, I think, are starting to prepare for the next big game, which is Man City. And if they go with this form, I'm seeing a good turn in fortune for them.
Of course, it was a very, very big result for Tottenham. We had mentioned in the build-up that they hadn't won more than 2 games in the last 7 that they had played there. And it was a big, of course, people will be coming and thinking about their form, and if it was a fluke, they need to make it show us that they've made that turn in form, and they are now starting to produce the kind of results that we had come to expect in the first stages of the season. But of course, in this midweek run of fixtures, Spurs host a Brighton side that lost at the weekend to Huddersfield 2-0, and of course Chelsea, like we mentioned, traveled to Huddersfield, a team that beat Brighton 2-0 at home. They have a very, very good play at home. They love the John Smith Stadium. Of course, those big games. But for Chelsea, I just wanted to mention that game is tonight, and we don't have Morata, so Batshuayi will be coming in.
Batshuayi should come in. I think in his last game he delivered, Tonny Batshuayi. And if he's to nail a number, Morata will always start ahead of him. But if it is to have chance
is to put himself out
he
there.
He has to deliver in this game where he has the sole responsibility to lead the line for Chelsea.
Of course, it will be interesting to see how Mr. Salah, Mr. Batshuayi comes into that game with the rest of the people missing out. It will be very, very interesting to see also how Spurs try and match on with that form. Like we said, having a big game coming up against Manchester City at the Etihad, where they look like very, very dangerous opposition. But of course, more games coming up tonight and tomorrow night, team. Which ones have you picked out there?
Tonight we have Burnley versus Stoke. Burnley is still trying to knock into the top 6, so it's a game we should watch out.
And Stoke, of course, faltering at the weekend. It should be very interesting.
Exactly. We also have Crystal Palace. Benteke missing that penalty over the weekend, and I think he apologized today. So Crystal Palace is taking on Watford. It's a good game to watch. So then tomorrow is where we have all the
flurry of fixtures.
The other 7 games. We have West Ham. We've mentioned West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brighton, Man United host Bournemouth, Liverpool take on West Bromwich, Swansea host the red hot Man City, and then Southampton will be hosting Leicester. That's a good fixture to watch out for. And then finally we have Newcastle versus Everton.
Of course, those are very, very big games. We'll be bringing you all our predictions on our Facebook page. Don't forget to watch our videos, share them on your pages, and of course don't forget to send us your comments. We would like to hear from you. We were happy when we saw a lot of you having very, very interesting scores at the weekend. We were very, very interested in those, and we keep being interested in those. We'd like to watch out for them. Watch our YouTube channel as well, the Tony and Tim Show. Don't forget about that. And from us at the show, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.